Alright, so we are in round number 8, and I cannot be more lost, truly. Because we have Solfachord, Mimighoul, Yummy, being piloted by Dalton, versus Aditya Darp playing Dracotail. And it looks like Aditya won the roll, so he's going to go ahead and start with the Mimighoul summon, which is going to be hit with a Fua. And if he has 5 mana, which he does not, then he'll be able to get 2 fusions for the price of 1 draw. But unfortunately, the Mimighoul does get stopped by an Imperm followed after. Aditya has no further plays and is going to pass his turn. Now we do see that Dalton opened up the Mimighoul Maker, I believe that's what it's called. Being able to special summon 2 level 1s, I believe, Mimighouls from the deck, or at least 2 Mimighoul monsters to either side of the field. And this has got to suck for Aditya because in a way, it can give him a body for fusion summoning, but that's not really important for Dracotails because you're not necessarily trying to fuse monsters on the field. You're really just trying to use from the hand for the most part, right? Now, we do see the dragon and the other one. They're level 1. And Mimighoul is such a weird deck to interact with because all their effects, whenever they, utilize them are negative for you, right? So you never want to let any of their cards resolve because otherwise they just start popping off. And then the field spell, their Exceed monsters are just annoying to interact with. So here we're going to see Aditya potentially respond. Although at this point, if he had known what the Mimighouls have done, he would have chained the Mimighoul early on the activation so that he can negate this monster as chain link 2, 3, or whatever. But he's kind of cooked here as it looks like that monster will flip the dragon and then Mimighoul will chain its effect to fusion summon. This is going to utilize the Mimighoul, Fua, and Pan. Okay, so not too bad. We'll see what ends up happening. So this is going to be flip face up, and now turn player will have the priority. So here's the good thing actually, is that Mimighoul can still negate the Mimighoul Dragon. I think Mimighoul can negate any monster on the field, but we'll see. So Aditya looking to grab back Ash plus maybe Mimighoul, honestly. And it looks like I might have been onto something there. Then Mimighoul Chainlink 2, Pan Chainlink 3. So, I mean, yeah, even here, because we know Dalton has a Cupsy in his hand, this is not going to go in Aditya's favor. So he's going to be sitting behind in the backseat. Yeah, he has Ash, but his other card in hand has to be a good hand trap as well. Not gonna lie. If it's not, we're gonna see Dalton take control of the game here. And yeah, Mimighoul is going to negate the dragon. Yeah, Mimighoul can negate any monster on the field, not just your opponent. So, wait, what? Is it only their own monster? Oh, wow. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he should have chained the Mimighoul early on. Okay. That's unfortunate. Here I thought Mimighoul can negate anything on the field. That's unfortunate. So now we hella know Aditya loses, right? Like there's no way he comes back from this. Because the dragon doesn't matter if it blows up all other monsters on the field. This gives him a level 1 to link summon, and now the Cupsy summon is free, so he still has not utilized his normal summon. So here we see the special summon of Cupsy. Will Aditya Ash Blossom this effect or leave it be? Honestly, if I'm Aditya, I'm probably just scooping it up, but this is a YCS, and you don't really want to give your opponent the benefit of just having a free win, so looks like he is going to allow it to resolve as Dalton picked up his deck so that he can go ahead and search for a surprise. If Aditya has Droll, let me think. He might still be cooked. No, I think he'd be fine, actually. We'll see. If he has Droll, this actually could be pretty impactful. So he grabs the Yummy Surprise. Aditya doesn't appear to have anything on Resolution, so yeah. This might be good game, but I mean, he does have the Ash for the Cup C. Let's see what more he can put in the tank before having to call it quits. So, Chainlink 1, Cup C, Yummy Way. Chainlink 2, Ash Blossom. Chainlink 3 can now be used to special summon out the Cup C from the graveyard. And that can get him access to Snatchy for Minion and Reborn, right? Also, has left-handedness become normalized nowadays? I'm tired of seeing all these people, you know, playing with the wrong side. It irks me. No, but in all seriousness, we're going to see him link off the Cup C Yummy Way, choosing not to respond to the Ash Blossom, to link summon for the Yummy Snatchy. This is going to allow him to place the Akroki field spell. Is he choosing not to go for game, or is there a bridge here that I'm not aware of? Because he does have the surprise, but like, are you going to use it right now? Okay, so surprise is being utilized here. This is going to special summon out Cup C. Okay. What else? So now he's going to synchro summon into Lollipo, I'm assuming. Okay. Lollipo in defense mode. Lollipo effect is going to now declare its effect to reborn 2 Yummy monsters from the graveyard, which is likely going to be the Cup C Yummy Way and the Cup C. But we'll see what he chooses to do. I feel like he could have just gone for game here, but okay, so he goes for the Akroki to pop the Rahu. Not bad. Destroy his follow-up. You know, don't let him have anything. So now here on the summon, he could go for a Metal Marcher, but then he loses the level 1, so he can't really go into Herald, right? Unless he decides to normal summon an Ash Blossom and make the Herald that way. Yeah, looking at his graveyard, he has a Link Karibo. I'm not agreeing with the sequence that Dalton has gone for, because if he's afraid of Nib, he would have been Nib no matter what. But again, I'm not the best Yummy pilot, I'll admit. Every time I touch that deck, I swear to God, I'm just destined to lose. But perhaps that's just my own skill issue. So we're going to trust in the process of Dalton and see what he plans to do. So now, he goes ahead and link summons into SP Little Knight. SP Little Knight will be Chainlink 1. Probably targeting the Ketu, yeah. Chainlink 2 could be Arthalion, but he chooses not to summon it out here, because it does give the opportunity for Lollipo to summon, so yeah, best to not trigger the effect. And then he passes. End phase, we're going to see Nibiru. Now, Dalton can use SP Little Knight's effects to dodge. So now, since no monster was tributed, Nibiru stays in hand. And we know, again, Malulu, Nib now. So that's all the cards. End phase, they come back into the field. And Aditya has to draw really well, because he lost, again, all his follow-up. So he did that smirk on his face, meaning that he didn't like what he saw there. He can normal summon Malulu, though, and then attack over the Lollipo. Oh, but he does have Rahu, which gets Ash, and that's game. Right? Unless he has 3 cards in hand. Oh, he passes. That's crazy. So now all Lollipop has to do is link for Snatchy and then put the minion, and then boom, he wins. So, well, potentially. No, he wins because that's Malulu Nibiru. So basically, Aditya is telling him, go ahead and go for game, right? So, goes ahead. This is the first summon. Second summon will summon out the Cupsy. Third summon could be a Cookie, and that'd be 25, 21, 16, and 15, and that would be close to game. I don't think that's game exactly. Let's do some maths, because you don't want to play into the Nibiru, right? So 21 plus 25 plus 15 plus 16. Yeah, he'd be short by by 300. So he has Lollipop with the Cupsy. I mean, he's safe from the Nibiru anyways, right? Just normal summon Ash Blossom, make Herald, and then special summon Lollipop and go for game. Okay, I mean, Amusement, a Croaky to place back. Probably the Synchros, honestly. Because again, he's short now by 400 points. But he decides to put a Link 1 back. Okay. Man, why are you going so slow? Like, game is here. Just go for game, man. Because he didn't attack directly last turn, right? Unless I'm tripping and he went battle and then main phase 2. No, yeah, he's at 8k, so there's going to be 15, 16, and then I'm pretty sure Lollipop is 600, so 21, so 42, 16, 64 plus 15 equals 73. So yeah, I mean, that's not game. Aditya does live another turn because Dalton, for some reason, decided, I'm not going to play optimally. I'm going to not make a Herald and not go for game. Truly astonishing. I just don't get it. Like, you know, the game was in sight and he chooses to just not go for it. And he also chose not to attack last turn, which is incredible. But I guess it helped him play around the nib, right? So I mean, it's not like the worst thing. I don't know. There's a few things that could have been improved on. Yeah, so Dalton miscalculating game. Hey, how do you not know, man? Like, if you're playing this deck, you're supposed to know the, what do they call it? The damage checks, basically, for, like, what you have on field. But it's okay. Not a lot of people really practice too hard with it. I guess the average player would have scooped it up early. I know I would have. But I think there's benefits in Aditya remaining in the game, even if it's not real. What does this one do? Aditya just reading it and letting it go through. Not really sure what it does. Me neither. I guess this is a good chance for me to look it up. He grabs Dragon from it though, so it looks like it's a searcher on summon. See, Mimi, That one looks like a clown. So this is Giant Mimighoul. Non-XC's Mimighoul monster can attack directly while your opponent controls a face-up monster. You can only use the following effects once per turn. On XC summon, you can add a Mimighoul card. You can target face-up cards on the field up to a number of face-down monsters your opponent controls and destroy them. But this summons a monster. So I mean, Aditya can go Nibiru here. Wait, what? Oh, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent for each card destroyed. Okay. That's tough. Aditya, still not reading cards. Still not reading cards. No, dude. All you had to do was read the card. I know I didn't read it, but I'm not playing, man. Oh my god. We're gonna be right back with game number 2. Okay, so we are back in game number 2. Aditya. Oh, he's playing branded Dracotail. Well, I guess the fucking announcers didn't properly place that in. That does get met with an Ash Blossom, though, but at least, you know, good for Aditya. He has a starting play right here, so not everything is lost, but Rahu gets activated next, and Aditya does have the Ash Blossom for the Fua that exists here. Which is good because, again, he needs all the help he can get at this point. You know, we saw in the last game that Aditya still does not know how to read cards properly, so, you know, he got taken aback by the Mimighoul monster that deals 1,000 damage, which was more than enough than what he needed for the for game, right? So, you know, shout out to our DFW national finalist. Here, though, he is going to resolve the Rahu Dracotail, utilizing Lucas and I forgot what else exactly. I accidentally got into a game on Clash of Clans, so having to deal with that. Okay, so he has Bestial Sardanir, so he's playing a heavy branded line. Okay, so it looks like he is going to Chainlink 1 Arthalion target the Ash Blossom, Chainlink 2 Lucas to set, and Chainlink 3 Sardanir to send a monster that mentions branded, not a monster, but a card that mentions branded to the graveyard. Okay. What exactly will this send, though? Okay, Bestial Magnuma. I guess it sends anything, any Bestial or branded card, so that's something that I can use for the future. Now he grabs Ketu, and adds back the Ash Blossom from the graveyard, and now he will activate the Ketu. Searches Frixel. God, I love Frixel. Frixel's such a good card. And now he normal summons Frixel, targeting the Lucas to special summon it, and then return a monster on the field to his hand, which will be the Frixel. Chainlink 1 now will be the Lucas to add a 5 mana, more than likely. Yep. Here's the 5 mana. Now here is where he has to decide whether or not he wants to utilize the 5 mana or not. Or if he wants to use it for interruption for the next turn. The likely case is that he might, so that he can have some traps to activate during Dalton's turn, but then he doesn't have any, you know, further place to go for. So looks like he will be conservative with his hand and pass with this. I mean, honestly, it's not bad. You know, if he goes too greedy, he does also play into the Nibiru, because this would have been the 4th summon. Wait, was it 1, 2, 3? No, it would be the 3rd. But still, you know, you want to utilize your resources properly. And yeah, Aditya shaking his head because Dalton has Solfachord cards as well. So the normal summon of Primoa is going to add him a Solfachord card from deck to the hand, except for a copy of herself, which is probably going to add the Happiness. So yeah, Happiness. Oh, no, he does not add Happiness. He has the level 2 that also came out in Doom of Dimensions. Let's see. I don't know that one's effect. I think that one's the Monster Negate, actually. Okay. You know, not too shabby. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Aditya finally picking up the card, taking his time and reading it, so passes it back to Dalton. I wonder if he already has happiness, if this is the case, or if he's even playing it at all. I mean, you never know. Is this thrust? I think that's thrust. Yeah, that might be thrust. Okay. So now Solfachord, yes, that is the monster. So if you control Solfachord monsters or no monsters, you can summon it from the hand, and then you can also then on summon, well, not on summon, but in the field, tribute it to special summon a Solfachord monster from the extra deck, I think. Oh, but here comes Mysterion. Oh, wonderful play by Aditya, actually, because now he gets to banish all of these fairies here. Okay, not bad. So this will banish all the fairies at this point on resolution. So at least I'm pretty sure they're fairies. If they're not, they might be spellcasters. But I think from here they're fairies. He's also able to trigger the Lucas here to set a card. So yeah, all of those monsters are gone. It's a card that not a lot of people actually know how to play with. But this is the instance where Mysterion is good. Okay. So does he have any further plays? I mean, he has to, right? Because that is triple tactics thrust. And Aditya did add back Ash Blossom, so he's likely going to activate the Ash here. We'll see, though. I could be wrong. Yeah, he's in a bit of a dilemma, which is unfortunate because Aditya here is just losing his mind over, you know, how poorly the circumstances went for him. I mean, he didn't have like a bad hand though. It's not like he breaks. It's just his Brandon's fusion got stopped, which is a big portion of the plays and a big reason why you're able to end with a lot of interruptions. And it looks like he's getting a judge call on him for slow playing. Or maybe for bad sportsmanship? I don't know. Okay. I mean, that's just Aditya, honestly. I haven't played against him too often, you know, only once, I think. I mean, I guess he's overall chill, but yeah, the judges are going to probably issue him a warning for either slow play or something. I mean, I'd be upset too, because, like, again, he's able to take his time and think about the play or whether or not he wants to respond, you know. Okay, I guess we're just gonna come back until the warning or whatever is issued. Okay, we are back, and it looks like the ruling dispute was actually about Mysterion, whether or not it could actually use its effect to banish, you know, the monsters that were summoned by the effect, because the judges thought that it wasn't on the field to see that it activated the effect, but Mysterion works in a very unique way, where that does not matter. So, Aditya, now back in full control, being able to resolve the triple tactics thrust, well, negated with the Ash, and now, yeah, the summon of Frixel gets back to Lucas, and he wins game number 2. So let's jump right into game number 3. Right, so here we have the third game of the set. We see Dalton is going to be able to start this turn, and Aditya hopefully having some interruptions for him. Now, Dalton has a really strong hand, if I'm correct. He has Primoa, he has Happiness, this is going to get him Solfachord, guaranteed. You know, there's a lot of good things going on in Dalton's hand right now, so... okay, let's see how Aditya is able to maneuver out of this. I couldn't tell you what the inboard would be like aside from maybe IP, maybe a Yummy Xyz. I say Yummy Xyz, I meant Mimighoul Xyz. Let's see, you know, Herald, Snatchy, the negates for Solfachord. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot that seems to be going on in this Solfachord Mimighoul Yummy deck, but, you know, man, this is going to be an interesting thumbnail I'm about to make, huh? Ugh. Okay, so here we see Happiness activate. This is a +1, so Let's see if he ends up discarding, and he does. He discards the Dominus Purge. Interesting that he's playing Dominus Purge, considering there's some hella attributes for some of the Mimighoul monsters, right? I wonder if they play under the Purge, because you need Light, Earth, and Winds, right? You know, so it's not a card that you would play unless you're confident that it wouldn't override what you have, right? So here we see the Solfachord is special summoned, and he added the Cutia. This one can add a Solfachord Pendulum monster from deck to the hand if it is summoned here. Let's see if... okay, so here Aditya attempts to Fua. It gets Ash, and then he Fuas yet again. And in this case, it does make sense to go for the double Fua at this point because he had the first one interrupted by the Ash Blossom, right? But he needs to truly get some draws, it looks like, to even be able to compete. Does Dalton choose to play? And it looks like he is, as he's going to tribute the card to... Or... Okay, never mind. He chooses not to tribute. He just chooses to special summon the Cutia from the hand. Cutia can at this point search for a Pendulum monster, a Solfachord one specifically. I don't know if the scales have to be odd or even, but I know that she can add one. And then from here, it looks like she adds a... Well, Dalton adds another copy of the Primoa. And is he just gonna pass? I'd say the likely answer is no. He's at least going to end on something, but couldn't quite tell you what exactly. Oh man, I am tired. So let's see. Honestly, I couldn't really tell you whether or not Dalton is going to be able to continue his place further without playing into it, but if anything, there is something that he's able to do, and that is to go for Thrust. Thrust could go for a Harpy's Featherstorm because he has 2 level 1 monsters, which can go for the Fucho. And in case you guys haven't known, this is the tech that many Yummy players are going for because, I mean, again, Harpy's Featherstorm is just strong as fuck, you know? So if you have the opportunity to play it, you might as well go ahead and play it. There is absolutely no reason not to do so. And this is going to go out in his favor because I don't know that Aditya has anything to play around it. Red Reboot's not in the format because it's banned. It's been banned for a couple of years, so this may just very well be Dalton's game. And this goes to show, again, I said it in the feature match with, what was it? They were playing Savitaki. Oh, in the pure Mitsurugi deck matchup that we were in round 5. But they truly did not hit enough cards. I don't know why Harpy's Featherstorm was missed in the ban list. And I don't know why Water Barrier Statue was missed in the ban list. Maybe even D-Fissure, honestly. And now... Oh, he's going for a Link Summon instead. Okay. Aditya is getting a draw here. Cool, cool. Now, Beyond the Pendulum is going to be able to add, I think, a Pendulum monster from the deck to the hand. And then he can't activate monster effects unless he special summons Pendulum monsters, or does a Pendulum summon. Aditya also weighing out his odds, seeing if he should respond. This is the 4th summon though, so it's not like he can use Nibiru. You know, things were looking a little grim for a second there, right? Because the only other way that he would have been able to play around it is if he had like a 5-mana draw off the Fucho and then like was able to fusion summon for the for like anything, maybe Gulamel to pop it, or if he has like a, what's his name, Urgula to pop the set, right? But here it looks like Dalton is not going to get his search because of the Ash Blossom. Now he's going to go ahead and scale the Solfachord and the Primoa, and this is going to give Aditya one more draw since he did special summon monsters from the extra deck. It might be the face-up extra deck, but the extra deck is still the extra deck. Now this is 2 level 1s on board again. So the Primoa has a effect whenever monsters are pendulum summoned. I couldn't quite tell you what it is, but looks like it's going to not matter. I think it either went back to the hand or went to the extra deck. Maybe I should pay a bit more attention, but now he's going to go ahead and make the Grand Solfachord Kulia, I think is what it's called. This is what enables the monster negate, I think, because it can special summon the Solfachord from the Pendulum Zone to negate a monster effect. On the field, though, I think. I should really familiarize myself with these cards. I own them. I have the core. I've had the core for years. Let's see. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster or card or effect, activates any card or effect, you can special summon one Solfachord with an odd pendulum scale in the pendulum zone. Discard +2, and if you do, negate the activation. Okay, cool. So, yeah, the effect is negated, so he's able to use monster effects plus the pendulum summon, so he's Gucci anyways. But yeah, this now he scales a Solfagia. This gives him a negate for this turn and the next turn, since this is a once per turn effect, I believe. And if Aditya goes for a 5 mana, it gets to be negated by the Kulia. Okay, so Dalton is giving Aditya more draws. Here we now have a Link Karibo. Now don't get me wrong, the Grand Solfachord Link monster is a great addition here because it gives Aditya, you know, a threat, right? But like the more draws you give Aditya, or really Dracotail, the better it is for him to increase his odds of fusion summoning and stopping your plays even further. Because you don't just have to worry about 5 mana, you have to worry about other hand traps that exist. So I wonder if this is all a part of his plan. I mean, he has 1 card in hand. I just couldn't quite tell you what is going to happen. Aditya looking at his hand, he has a fresh new set of cards. Looks like he's not going to do anything though. Dalton now synchro summoning for the Cupsy Yummy Way. Cupsy Yummy Way is going to attempt to activate its effect to search. Aditya lets it go. Not really much that he can do because Dracotail cannot play Purge and he already used the Ash Blossom. So the Cupsy Yummy Way is going to go ahead and add more than likely Cupsy and Marshmallow. But instead he adds Lollipo and Cupsy. Did he normal summon? Oh yeah, he did, right? Yeah, never mind. So it was going to be either Cookie or Lollipo, and it ended up being Lollipo. Now he discards the Primoa, which if I was correct, it bounced itself to the hand off of the Pendulum effect. Okay. Now here, he special summons Lollipo, targets the Ash Blossom to shuffle it back into the deck. Not only does this allow Aditya to potentially draw it for a turn, which would be a neg, because it's kind of useless, you know, on your upcoming turn, I believe. But also, it prevents Dracotail from adding it to the hand for free. Now here we have the Cupsy Yummy special summon out, which is going to activate its effect to search for a surprise, more than likely. And this does grab the surprise. Now he doesn't have access to Marshmallow, which is why I thought he was going to go for the Marshmallow ad. Because yeah, he can't normal summon it, but he could summon it from the surprise. And now here, Baldrake is activated. What's it targeting though? That's the real question. Because there is no Yummy monsters in the grave, right? Yeah, no, there's none. So the Cupsy Yummy can't even trigger its effect to try to save anything. And now Aditya is also going to go for a Druis Worm. Okay, so the cards are gonna banish the Link Karibo and... Wait, hold on. Why is the Primoa in the graveyard? Shouldn't it be in... Oh, no, he discarded. He discarded it. Never mind. Oh, I see. Never mind. I don't think he's chaining on 2. I think Coolio was going to negate 1. No, both resolved. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. So, Beyond the Pendulum and Linkuriboh are both banished. Linkuriboh is a quick effect, though. Is there a reason why he didn't chain it? Okay, here comes the Cupsy Yummy. So the Baldrake can try to banish it. Oh no, he goes for Ripplebird, not Fucho. Wait, what? Is Ripplebird better? Let me read it. Yeah. Me and him have the exact same idea. Yeah, so Baldrake activating its effect to tribute and negate. Let me read this card. You can attach one material from this card, then let's see, target one monster in the field, changes battle position. While all monsters you control are in attack position, negate 500. While all monsters you control are defensive. Okay. So, why Ripplebird and not Fucho? Because Fucho is unaffected by monster effects. Or any card effect, actually. So yeah, target the Ripplebird. And this gave Aditya another draw. Right? Like, now Aditya should be up to 6 cards again. Wow, what a silly move from Dalton. Also a silly addition to his extra deck. This is not the card that should have been added. If he had ran Fucho instead, he would have had a monster that would have been unaffected by card effects. Wow, amazing. I truly don't know why, but hey, he learned his lesson this time. And I know he's thinking of a response, but... Wait, what? I thought that one was per turn. Is that not the effect that he used? What? Oh, well... There's the perfect bait. He has the Fimena. I surely couldn't tell you what happened to the other Solfachord that was in the Pendulum Scale. But you know what? 4 cards being used. One of them being Urgula. Oh my god, this is over. So, Chainlink 1 Arthalion is going to target... I would target Ash, maybe. I would target... the Cupsy Synchro, yep. Probably Coolia as well. Nah, Coolia doesn't have negates anymore. So yeah, Cupsy Synchro, Ripplebird. Oh, he is going to just go for all of them though. And he did use one more monster, so he's going to go ahead and target his Fimena more than likely. And then Chainlink 2, Urgula, Chainlink 3, Malulu. Wow, amazing. I think Aditya is set to win this game now. So... Urgula, pop the back row. Malulu, negate anything that he wants. All those 3 monsters are going to be bounced up. And wow, what a fumble from Dalton. Truly, one of the greatest games of all time. So yeah, this did not pan out the way he wants. And with a Solfachord on board and a yummy... surprise. I mean, the game is not over, right? Because he can still summon back. Oh, Bell, and that's game. Wow. GG. Congratulations to Aditya for remaining undefeated in this tournament so far. He is probably the only other Dracotail player that I know that is currently undefeated with this deck. So, congratulations to you. You move on to the next round, 8-0.